Hey everybody, it's Robert Miller with MillerEducationVentures.com. Before I forget, go check out the website. You'll find some pretty interesting things there. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about some interesting statistics when it comes to people starting an online business in 2020. Now, I'm going to have some very interesting facts for you, and if you want to get a pen and paper out to write this, or you can just keep replaying the same video. And I'm going to give you a source of where these statistics are coming from. What I'm going to talk about is actually what are the most common questions that people are asking when it comes to starting an online business. Like whether you're having a brick and mortar store that has an online presence, or you just have an online presence like an e-commerce store. It could be like a WooCommerce. It could be Shopify. Now, people ask on a regular basis, and I see this in forums, I see this on Google when it comes up for related searches. People ask, what is the best online business to start in 2020? Number two, what kind of online business is most profitable? Yes, I'm reading it off my screen. What is the best online business to start in 2020? Is now a good time to start an online business? Now here's the interesting part. What do you think is the number one biggest challenge that people ask when it comes to starting an online business? One, and this is the biggest one, what to do. What to do could mean, should I do an e-commerce store like Shopify or WooCommerce? Should I start a brick and mortar store? Should I sell even a product? Could be a software product. It could be a physical product. Should you open up like a masseuse business, massage therapy, or even a counseling or coaching business? There's hundreds of thousands of life coaches out there. What to do is basically your business model. Before you even look at niches, industries, anything like that, you got to figure out what to do. Forget about figuring out what your customer wants to buy. You're hearing all over the internet saying, find out what the need is and then give it to them, sell it to them. Well, if you don't know your business model, otherwise known as your business plan, how can you even find out who the customer is and what they want? The second thing is, how do you do it? So it's what to do first, how to do it, and when to do it. Easiest way to put it, 2020 is a year where the economy has crumbled quite a bit. People are losing their jobs. Businesses are closing their doors. In 2020, this is the record year for personal bankruptcies and corporate bankruptcies. Now, don't get the wrong idea, though. When a corporation announces they're going bankrupt or in their bankruptcy protection or creditor protection, those big companies don't have just one entity and say the company is going bankrupt. It doesn't work that way. These people got dozens and dozens of entities under one parent company. So that's another topic I can get into another time. And if you don't believe me what I'm telling you about what is the best online business to start in 2020, what kind of business is most profitable, Google it. You'll find out, whether you go to google.com or google.ca or New Zealand or England, whatever, Japan. Now here's some statistics that I found out from a website called Small Biz Genius. That's smallbizgenius.org. This is an article from August 5th, 2019. And this is about futuristic for the looking into the 2020 from that time frame. They're saying that the people starting a business online right now and possibly having a brick and mortar store are male, 40 years of age and up. Now, you're hearing a lot of stuff where businesses are failing, like restaurants and so forth. Like, we just got announced here in Canada recently that the Army and Navy, that's been around for over 100 years is shutting their doors. Now, businesses that are startups, they fail in the first year. That is statistically proven. If you hear somebody say 6 months or 3 years or 5 years, ask them where they got their statistics from. Ask them where that stat came from. I got my stuff from, like I said, Small Biz Genius on August 5th, 2019. That businesses fail in the first year. Why? Because there's no market that they're selling to. Here's something else you might find interesting. Okay, not only are they male, age 40 and up, 33% of these males, they have a high school diploma. So people, you do not need a PhD. You do not need a master's. You do not need a bachelor's. You don't need a college degree. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at Bill Gates. High profile people who have made billions of dollars, okay? Now, I'm not saying it's easy to make billions of dollars. Now, here's another thing is that there is a belief that young people are responsible for most successful businesses out there. You give me feedback in my comment section here on this video, and you tell me if you think that young people are responsible for the most successful businesses out there. And I will tell you it's false. It's the middle-aged man, 40 years of age and up, that are starting businesses, and they have a better chance of succeeding in their business, not only because of experience, street knowledge, I call it, that they've gained, but the field of work that they're going into that they do have experience in. Okay? Statistics about entrepreneurs tell us business owners who start their companies and also hire at least one employee. Just one. So they're at least 40 years of age and male. And if they're going to hire an employee, they're going to hire an employee that is at least 42 years of age or older. You can look this up. You know, it's on smallbizgenius.org. Okay. Now, again, we're going to go back into small business failure rates. Has declined by 30% since 1977. Now, what does that mean? Let's use some easy numbers to work with. Let's say that a business starting in 1977 was a high of, say, 50% failure rate. But as of 2020, that failure rate has dropped from 50% to 30%. That means less businesses that are started by males age 40 and up are more likely to succeed, not only because of the market they're getting into, but because of the way the business is run and to get their business model and plan first. 67% of small business owners use their own personal funds to start their entrepreneurial journey. Okay? They use personal funds. 32% of business owners use specifically cash. Okay? Now here's something you're going to probably think I'm maybe fibbing about, but 54% of self-employed entrepreneurs say they make more money now as an entrepreneur than they did when they were working for somebody else. 54%. So let's just say half the people are making more money now working for themselves than they did with working for somebody else and making them money. What am I getting at? You'll see it all over the internet of people selling, I hate the word systems, promoting different marketing tools, different way to do things. And in the past, I have actually found out some of these promoters are actually selling systems that worked before for them. Now, one person, I can't say their name, that I asked on YouTube, how old is his course that he's selling right now. He sent me a private message on YouTube and he said, it does need a updating. And when I went back and said, how old is it? He wouldn't respond. So there's people out there that are selling so-called systems that is old, outdated. Now, as you know, as technology, what works today is old news tomorrow. So be aware of where your source of information is coming from. And I highly recommend you do research. But before you even consider going into starting an online business or even a brick and mortar business, you got to figure out what your business model is. And before I forget, do you know what the top 4 right now, the 4 most powerful and creative business ideas that are working right now in 2020? I'm going to leave a link in the description area here, and if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out. And it'll be a downloadable PDF. And I hope this video helped you. And, at the same time, guys or girls, if you could actually give me some feedback of what you would like to know about when it comes to starting an online business in 2020. Don't give me that idea about what's the best niches, what's the best industry. Don't give me any of that. Because the money to be made is not in the niche. It's not in the industry. Any niche will work. But where the money is actually in the sub niche that I call. Okay? Example, health. You're going to hear people say health, wealth, and relationship is where the most popular right now. True enough. But in health, you could pick, say, diets. That's a sub niche. And then in diet, you could say, you're going to target, say, females. And then that's a sub niche. And then you're going to say, you're going to go in the health, diets, females aged 20 to 35 years old. Why do I say 20 to say 35 years old? Because they want a beach body to be able to be on the beach and attract the boys. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So you got to look at the sub niches, or even deeper. But you don't want to get too deep. There is a science using Google Trends to find not a seasonal product that's going to make you up and down, not finding a fad, that you can find the market sweet spot. I've learned it from somebody else, and it definitely does work. So anyway, leave me some comments in here and tell me what you want to know about. Have a wonderful day. That's Robert Miller with MillerEducationVentures.com. Talk to you soon.